Good morning students. In the last class we studied about electric current. In today's topic we will discuss electric potential. So we will connect all the things that we have studied previously with this topic, electric potential. So first of all, in English literature the meaning of potential is the ability, okay, ability of person to perform any work. Now in a electrical engineering it is the ability of a system to perform any work. How we will relate this potential in electrical engineering with the mechanical potential, we will study this thing. Okay, now you just understand, suppose we have one stone that has been kept on a ground and we have to lift it. So whenever we lift it, we perform some work against the gravitational force, and this work is stored in that stone in the form of potential energy. Okay, similarly here you see in this diagram we have a one charge plus q coulomb has been kept here, and because of this plus q coulomb the electric field lines will be outwards. We have studied in previous classes. Okay, and suppose we have another charge plus q has been kept here. Okay, because of this positive charge it will experience a force of repulsion. Similarly, this negative charge will also experience a force of attraction. Now suppose this positive charge has been kept at infinity and we want to bring it from infinity to this point. So tell me whether we have to perform any work or not. Yes, we have to perform some work. Why? Because the natural force that is coming because of this original charge is outward, and we are bringing this positive charge towards this positive charge, means that we are working against the natural force. Okay, similarly in this case the natural force is towards this original charge. Okay, and we are bringing this negative charge towards the positive charge. That means the amount of work that we have to perform in the second case will be of course less than in previous case, but we have to perform some work. So electric potential, we can say the work done on a charge. Okay, the work done on a per unit charge is called the potential. Suppose the W joule work is being done to bring these positive and negative charges from infinity to this particular point, then the potential V will be defined by W divided by capital Q. Here this Q is not the amount of charge of these charges which are being brought from infinity to this point. This Q will represent the charge which is creating electric field. I mean, of course, against this electric field we are performing the work. So remember that this is the very important thing. This positive Q is the amount of a charge which is creating the electric field, not the amount of the charge which we are bringing from infinity to this point. So as I told you, this work will be stored in the form of electric potential energy. So we can write this formula like this also. V is equals to E divided by Q. Here V is the potential difference, or we can say potential. W is the amount of work that we are performing on these charges, and divided by Q, that is a charge of this original charge. This is the quantity of this original charge which is creating the electric field. So electric potential is the work done on a charge. Okay, now you just understand the another concept, electric potential difference. In the previous case we were bringing a charge, positive charge or negative charge, from infinity to some particular point. But in the case of electric potential difference, we have 2 points nearby to each other, and we are bringing one charge from one point to another point. Okay, in the previous case we were bringing a unit charge or the charge from infinity to some particular point, But here when we define potential difference, we are measuring the amount of work that we are performing to bring charges from one point to another point. Means that whenever we calculate the potential, we take the reference of infinity, but whenever we talk about the potential difference, we take reference of nearby point. Okay, suppose we have to calculate the potential at point B, then we will say that the potential difference of of point B and point A will be V subscript BA. Means that we are measuring the potential of point B with reference to point A. Now we will see how we practically implement the concept of potential difference in circuits. Okay, now you see here, suppose 2 points are here, point A and point B. The potential of point A is suppose plus 8 volt and the potential of point B is plus 5 volt. If I would ask you what is the potential of point A with reference to point B, then we will say it will be V subscript A B. Means that we are talking about the difference of potential of points A and B. Now you see here in picture, suppose 0 volt is the reference line. Okay, now you can draw 8 volt like this and the 5 volt like this. Then the potential difference will be 8 minus 5, 3 volt. Okay, in the second case also, suppose the point A has a potential 6 volt and the point B has a potential minus 2 volt. That is, this line will be below to the 0 line that we have assumed a reference line. That potential difference will be 8 volt, 6 minus 2. Okay, similarly here in this case, point A is at potential plus 3 volt and point B is at potential minus 3 volt. Then the potential difference will be 3 minus 3 volt, that will be 6 volt. So this is how we calculate the potential difference. The point at point A, the potential will be different. At point B, the potential will be different. If we will directly subtract the potential of these points, then we will get the potential difference between point A and point B. Okay, so you just imagine, when we talk about the battery, we say this battery is of 3 volt. That means the potential difference between the anode and the cathode will be 3 volt. Means that if the anode is at 8 volt, then the cathode will be at 5 volt. Or we can say if the anode is at 11 volt, then cathode will be at 8 volt. Means the difference between the anode and the cathode will be 3 volt. Similarly, the same thing you can interpret it in the case of the battery of a 20 volt, 50 volt, 15 volt, 10 volt. Means that whenever we talking about the potential or the electromotive force EMF of a battery, then it means we are talking about the difference of the potential of the anode and cathode. Okay, now we have some concepts related to the potential difference. Now you see here, we have a one pipe here. Okay, and here we have a one tank. Now you see that in this pipe the level of water is more, the level of water is high as compared to this tank. So tell me in which direction the water will flow. Of course the water will flow from higher level to lower level. Similarly, I am giving you one more example. The wind always flow from higher pressure to lower pressure. Okay, the heat always flow from higher temperature to lower temperature. Similarly, the current always flow from higher potential to lower potential. You just tell me what will be the direction of current here. Point A is at plus 8 volt and point B is at plus 5 volt. In which direction the current will flow? The current will flow from point A to point B. Okay, in this case also A is at higher potential with respect to point B, so the current will flow from point A to point B. Here also the point A is at higher potential, that is 3 volt, and point B is at minus 3 volt, so the current will flow from plus 3 volt to minus 3 volt from point A to point B. So the bottom line is the current always flow from higher potential to lower potential. Similarly, as we have studied in our ninth class, that the heat flows from higher temperature to lower temperature, the water flows from higher level to lower level. Okay, the wind will flow from higher pressure to lower pressure. Okay, similarly the current always flow from higher potential to lower potential. Now the concept second. Now I have given two figures here. Okay, you see we have connected a 1.5 volt battery with a bulb. Now first of all, let's discuss about this 1 plus 5 volt. We have point A and point D here. If I would ask you what is the potential difference between point A and point D, then what it will be? It will be plus 1.5 volt. If the potential at point A is 4 volt, then the potential at point D will be 2.5 volt. Then only the difference will come 1.5 volt. Similarly, if the potential at point A is 8.5 volt, then the potential at point D will be 7 volt. Means the difference between the potential of point A and point D will be 1.5 volt. Okay, so this is all about the battery. Now comes to this second point. The 2 points having no load in between remains in same potential. Now you see here the point A and point B, nothing has been connected in between these 2 points. No switch, no battery, no bulb, nothing. That means if someone would ask us that what would be the potential difference between the point A and point B, then it will be 0. Potential difference is 0. It means that the point A and point B are at same potential. Now you see here in this figure, point A and point B are at same potential and it is 1.5 volt. Okay, now here also the point D and point C, there is no gadgets, no load, nothing has been connected between point D and point C. That means the point D and point C are at same potential, Now in that case, we are assuming that point A is at 1.5 volt and point D is at 0 volt. Then only the difference will comes out to be 1.5 volt. Okay, now you see here in circuit B, here we have taken a battery of a 6 volt. Suppose the potential at point A is 6 volt and potential at F is equals to 0 volt. Then only the difference will be 6 volt. Okay, now you just tell me, taking the example of the previous one, the potential difference between point A and point B will be 0 or not? Yes, it will be 0 because there is a no load has been connected between point A and point B. Similarly, in the case of point F and point E, there is a no load, no electric gadget, appliances, nothing has been connected between E and F. So the potential between E and F will also remain same. Now you just consider the C and D. Here also nothing has been connected between point C and D. So the potential of point C and point D will be same. But the things will be changed when we talk about point B and point C. Now here we have a one load. And we have connected a bulb here. So what will happen? As I told you, what is the potential? Potential is the amount of work done on a charge. So when the charge will flow from A point to F point, then it has to do some work to glow this bulb. Okay, so that means the charge will have a more ability at point B with respect to point C, because some energy will be consumed in glowing this bulb. So we can say the potential at point B will be higher with respect to potential at C, because some energy is being consumed in glowing this bulb. Similarly, in this case, if I would ask you, tell me whether the potential of point D and the potential at E, what will be the relation, whether the potential at D will be higher or potential E will be higher, or whether they both will be equal. Taking the example of the previous case, of course the potential at point D and potential at point E will not be same because there is some load has been connected. But the as the current is entering at point D, it means that it has done no work till this point except glowing this bulb. But whenever the charge will come at point E, it has to do two work: first glowing this bulb and second glowing this work. So obviously the potential at point D will be higher with respect to potential E. If I would ask you what would be the relation between point B and point D, of course the potential at point B will be higher with respect to point D, because till this point the charge or the battery is not performing any work. So the same thing has been explained here. Point A and point B, point A and point B will be at a same potential, that is 6 volt. Point C and point D will be at a same potential because no load has been connected between point C and point D. Point F and point E, point F and point E will have the same potential because there is a no load has been connected between them. But when we talk about A B C D, there will be a potential difference because one bulb has been connected in between them. If we compare C D E F, C D E F, of course there will be a potential difference because another bulb has been connected in between it. So you just remember, if there is no load has been connected between 2 points like point A and point B, here in the case of point C and point D, the potential difference will remain same. Why I am explaining these two concepts separately? Because it is very useful while solving numericals. The first concept, the current always flows from higher potential to lower potential, and the second concept, 2 points having no load in between remains in same potential. As load increases, potential drops, means that it decreases. So it is all about the potential and the potential difference. However, in your syllabus very little explanation has been given, but when you study all these things, it would be easier for you to understand the series circuit and the parallel circuits, because in that case, in those lessons, we will deal with the potential difference and the potential very comprehensively. One more thing what I want to tell you, that the unit of the voltage is volt, unit of the potential is the volt, unit of the potential difference is the volt, and the instrument which measures the potential difference is called the voltmeter. In the next class we will discuss about the resistance. Thank you so much. That's all for today's class.